Let's talk a little bit about the biggest market moves today. Retail trading fever fading a little bit with some of the favorite stocks losing ground. But our next guest thinks at least GME is a reasonable business. Let's discuss this with Pence Wealth Management President Laila Pence. Laila, always great having you with us. So are we finally seeing some fundamentals driving these stocks again? And what would that mean for GameStop?
Finally, we're finally seeing fundamentals matter. And I think right now you're going to see it continue to be volatile just because there's still these amazing trading out there. But eventually, we think in the next couple of days or next weeks or so, things will get better for them. We'll actually start trading based on true valuations.
When it comes to valuation, of course, we have seen these tech stocks rally during the pandemic, and we're now getting, again, results from Amazon. At least they're doing pretty well. So what does the new year hold for e-commerce?
We think it's going to continue. People have gotten used to e-commerce. This is, if they did it before, if they bought before, now that's a way of life. I don't think that is going to go down at all. I think it's going to continue to increase. It's a lot easier to do e-commerce. It's quicker, it's cheaper, and retail is going to continue. The online shopping is going to continue to grow. We're very bullish on e-commerce. Of course, there's going to be just volatility in the market. That's just here to stay. But e-commerce is definitely going to continue to do well.
Do any of the regulatory concerns affect your investment portfolio?
There's regulatory concerns have been there every single year. There's some concern about something. I think they'll adjust. I think it'll be good to have some regulations. I think they'll find a way to perform better. I remember with other companies when that happened, they found a way to, just like our industry. I do think there's going to be some regulations possibly because of what's going on with GameStop and all the shorting and so forth. I think on the long run, that's a good thing for our traders and for investors specifically. I'm more interested in investors than traders.
Laila, does the leadership change at Amazon change your view of the stock and the company at all?
I can't really comment about individual companies at this moment, but in general, I think from what they said that he's actually going to be focusing on new products, which I think is a really good thing. And I think the person that is taken over is seasoned with AWS. So I think as a company, I think that they're still in good hands. And certainly their products, everybody knows Amazon, everybody loves the products. And we do think as a company, as opposed to the stock, that the company should continue to do well as a company.
Given the slower than expected vaccine rollout, these concerns that vaccines that are rolled out may not be sufficient to cover the new different variants that we're now getting around the world, do we still pursue the cyclicals driven, the reflation trade?
We think basically that by June, there's going to be enough vaccines and to, even with the variants and so forth, for everyone that wants to get vaccinated, they'll have an opportunity to be vaccinated, or they would have had the COVID already. So, it's a very short period of time. We've waited so long. We think that they're certainly always doing research to make sure that is there any variants that will be taken care of. I mean, it's something that we may have to get vaccinated every year, but we do think that the first half of this year is going to be where the stimulus is going to carry us during this first half this year. One of the things that's interesting about this stimulus package here and the stimulus dollars are going to individuals is that last stimulus, they got checks. This time they're getting debit cards. And when people get debit cards, they usually spend it. So we think the spending is going to carry with this stimulus package the first half of the year. The second half of the year will be carried by the pent-up demand from people, with having the highest savings rate right now. There's every con I talk to can't wait to go out there and spend money. And we think the second half of the year is going to be carried by the pent-up demand for spending.
Laila, always great to have you with us. Laila Pence, Pence Wealth Management President there. Let's get you to Karina Mitchell in New York with the